As far as I can remember, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So as a young person, to get to that vision or kind of dream, I had to go to college. At the time that I went to college, colleges in UAE didn't have the majors that I was looking for. So I was lucky enough to get sent to DC to study there. Being in Washington, DC was a blessing. It's an international city. You get to meet people from all around the world. You don't only get an education, but you get an ability to socialize and understand different cultures and different people. In DC, I graduated, I got my PhD in genetics, and I did my undergrad and MBA in microbiology. Finishing that, I knew my mission and dream was to come home and give back to my country and work with my government. So when I came home, I actually had a chance to work at Dubai International Financial Center. I was doing investments. I was working on very different things. I wanted to enter the healthcare field, but in order to do so, I needed to get some more experience. And being in a financial center, you get the ability to work with different assets. We had the different ability to work with different countries, governments, entities. I used to asset manage arts firms, art fairs, fashion companies, real estate. It was a great experience. 4 years of this, I moved into Mubadala. Mubadala Healthcare was one of the most inspiring jobs I've ever had. I was able to asset manage healthcare assets finally, which is where I should have been and I wanted to be. But my experience of working with different companies allowed me to manage them. Being in government for another 3 years in Mubadala and Abu Dhabi inspired me by seeing the people around me. Everybody was starting their own business. Everyone was trying to see what their hobbies are or what they wanted, and they were trying to do something on their own. At that point, I was thinking of what I really love doing, and it may be a surprise, but I enjoyed baking, and it was one of the hobbies I had since I was young. So I decided to open a gourmet cafe that specialized in desserts in UAE. So I worked on my business plan in the afternoons after work, and we came up with a concept, and I launched the first one in UAE in Sharjah. And as that got successful, I was working towards a second location in Abu Dhabi. And when that launched, I realized, we have a third location coming in Dubai, and I had to make a choice. Do I either stay in government or do I move into running my own businesses? And knowing that my dream was to be an entrepreneur, it was time for me to leave my government job and expand my companies. So currently I just go to work every day, expand what I'm doing look at what I love. We're looking for different locations, we're looking for different places to be, different people to inspire, different initiatives to do, and that's the fun part. And being a person that's creative and I want to do what's new, it gives you a chance to kind of look at what's happening in society, see where the needs are in the market, and fulfill them. When I created the company Gossip the brand, the purpose of this company was to give people a different outlook that I didn't see was available in UAE. I wanted to have a place where people can hang out, a place that's a nice setting, funky, contemporary, good food, great desserts, excellent wireless. People can meet and greet, meet with each other, talk. There's art on the wall from different artists. The point of a cafe, it's always a meeting place for people to meet each other, get to know each other, and discuss things. So Gossip has expanded into different events and into different lines of bringing people together. We've launched a couple of series, high tea at Gossip and nights at Gossip, where people can come together. There's usually a certain theme to these nights, and they get to network, meet other people in different businesses in different aspects, people that are within the genre they're working in or whatever business they're doing, and ability to network with people and to learn some useful information. So Gossip was about a location you can come, sit, meet people, and then we wanted to take it forward and introduce people formally, let them get to know each other, let them exchange ideas, let them grow together in a fun, contemporary, more relaxed setting where you feel safe in meeting someone that you don't know, and it's a place you can come back to and hang out in and actually do work. I personally don't work in offices, I work in outside locations. I enjoy seeing what's happening around me, I enjoy moving meetings from place to place. I get inspired by people walking the street, people that are sitting next to me. That's where creativity runs. I really do not like being in an office at all. I think that's where you get to see people. So the more we can connect people together, the more we can get people to enjoy themselves, the more you can put a smile on someone's face by just saying, that tastes good, or oh, I had a great day today, or I really enjoyed it, or you know, your staff are really good and we had a fun time. That's kind of the goal of gossip, is you live an experience. It's more of it's a lifestyle. You come in, you experience something fun, and you go back. And what is life more than experiencing people, getting to know each other, having a good time? I don't think anyone ever recalls like, oh, a thing or an object, but you do recall good times, you recall people you met, you recall things you've seen, and it's more of emotional things that inspire you, make you happy. And that's really what we talk about when people are reflecting back in life or moving forward. And this was maybe the main purpose of this business, is getting people together, getting them to know each other, and moving people forward. So if there is any advice I would give anyone, or anything things that have kept me going in life, are two things. Persistence is key. Never, ever, ever give up. Things will be good today, they'll be bad tomorrow, they'll be better after tomorrow. You never know what life brings. So just keep at it. And subhanAllah, there's something I realized, and maybe I realized it more when I left my government job and went into private, is if you work hard and if you do things, there's some things that God handles by himself. You don't know, but tomorrow someone shows up that's going to open 1,000 doors, or today is not a good day, and then things happen. And maybe when I started really concentrating on my own business is when I saw miracles happening, where things just, doors open, things happen, things you never expected. It's so exciting, and I love it because you never know what tomorrow brings. The other thing is, I believe, is passion. If you're passionate about something and you love it, you will succeed in it. Why? One, you will keep going at it. You'll come back to it. You'll be persistent in doing it. You won't get bored of it. And it's just a different feeling when you wake up every day and you're like, okay, here, I'm gonna go again. This is what I like, let's do it. This didn't work, let's try again. And if you just keep having two things, persistence and passion, I think you will always succeed. I lived in the West, in the US, and I lived in UAE, and I go to a lot of women conferences, and all I see is people asking us about, like, how is women rights in the region? How is women rights in your country? How is it going? And I sometimes want to laugh, because in Europe and in the US, they're still fighting for equal pay, and they're still fighting for, you know, fundamental rights that our country has given us already. Women already get equal pay. They've reached the highest positions in governments, ministers, CEOs. I think in the GCC you'll find a lot of business women that are there. They're running family businesses. They're more even dependable sometimes than their brothers in businesses. I think within our region the future for women is so bright. I can see more inspiring people coming every day, smart people that are working on initiatives, trying to make things happen and never stopping. And the support we get from our government in UAE, from our royalty, from every city you live in, from all the businesses I've worked in, is phenomenal. I can only see a brighter future, better positions. My advice is, men, watch out, because women are coming, and they're coming with a vengeance. So I honestly think it's a great time for them, and as the future comes, I think you'll just see better and better from all the phenomenal, amazing women that I've met and I'm yet to meet. Together we can do it. نحن قادرات.